Renewable energy sources have gained immense popularity in recent times, owing to the ever-increasing need for cleaner and more sustainable energy options. However, not all renewable energy sources are created equal. Solar energy, for example, is abundant and highly accessible, making it one of the most widely used renewable energy sources in the world. Wind energy, on the other hand, has the potential to generate massive amounts of power but is highly dependent on the weather and the location of the turbines. Geothermal energy, which utilizes the Earth's natural heat to produce energy, is considered one of the most eco-friendly options but has limited applications. Biomass energy, which involves burning organic matter to produce energy, is highly accessible but can lead to deforestation and other environmental issues if not managed properly. It is therefore critical to understand the advantages and disadvantages of different renewable energy sources so that we can make informed decisions about which ones to prioritize and invest in. In this video, we will explore the pros and cons of various renewable energy sources, including solar, wind, geothermal, and biomass. We will also examine the challenges and opportunities associated with transitioning to a more sustainable energy landscape and discuss potential solutions for addressing these challenges. Join us as we delve into the world of renewable energy and discover how we can all play a role in creating a cleaner, more sustainable future. In today's world, more and more emphasis is being placed on the use of renewable energy sources as a means of reducing carbon emissions and slowing down climate change. There are several different types of renewable energy sources available to us today, each with their own set of unique advantages and disadvantages. Let's take a closer look at some of these sources, and what they can bring to the table. Firstly, we have solar energy, one of the most widely used sources of renewable energy today. One of the main advantages of solar energy is that it is entirely free. The sun's rays are readily available to us all, and can be harnessed to generate electricity and heat. However, the initial installation costs for solar panels can be quite high, and their efficiency can be greatly affected by cloudy or overcast weather. Next, we have wind power, another popular source of renewable energy. Wind turbines are now a common sight in many parts of the world, and can generate large amounts of electricity when conditions are favorable. However, wind power can also be intermittent. If the wind isn't blowing, no power is being generated, and wind turbines can also be quite large and unsightly. Moving on, we have hydroelectric power, which involves using the energy of moving water to generate electricity. One of the biggest advantages of this type of energy is that it is highly reliable, as long as there is a consistent supply of water. However, the construction of dams and other infrastructure required to generate hydroelectric power can be quite costly, and can also have significant environmental impacts. Geothermal power is another option available to us. This involves using the natural heat of the Earth's core to generate electricity and heat. This type of energy can be extremely reliable and low cost, but its use is limited to areas with suitable geothermal resources. Finally, there is biomass energy, which involves using organic materials, such as wood, to generate energy. This can be a highly flexible and low-cost option for some communities, but its use can also contribute to deforestation and other environmental issues. In conclusion, there are many different types of renewable energy sources available to us today, each with their own set of unique advantages and disadvantages. By considering these factors carefully, we can make informed choices about which types of renewable energy are best suited to our needs, and how we can utilize them to help create a cleaner, more sustainable future. In conclusion, renewable energy is the future of our world and can help us in reducing our reliance on non-renewable resources. However, each renewable energy source has its own set of advantages and disadvantages that must be acknowledged and considered. Solar energy, wind energy, hydroelectricity, geothermal energy, and biomass energy each have unique characteristics that can be utilized in different ways. For instance, solar energy is abundant and has low maintenance costs but requires land and may not be available during non-daylight hours. Similarly, wind energy is cost-effective and has low carbon emissions, but could have negative impacts on wildlife and requires specific wind speeds to function effectively. Overall, it is important to keep in mind that the ideal renewable energy source will depend on the location and availability of resources in that particular area. It is our responsibility to not only make use of the renewable energy sources available, but also find ways to innovate and improve them.
In recent years, there has been a significant push towards renewable energy as a means of combating climate change and reducing our reliance on fossil fuels. However, many still question whether renewable energy is a viable option, and how it will impact energy prices. This video will explore the impact of renewable energy on energy prices, and whether there are any barriers preventing it from becoming more widespread. One argument against renewable energy is that it is too expensive to implement, and that it will drive up energy prices. However, as technology has advanced, the cost of renewable energy has steadily decreased, making it a more affordable option. In fact, in many cases, renewable energy is now cheaper than fossil fuels. Another concern is that renewable energy is not a reliable source of power. While there are some challenges associated with fluctuations in wind and solar power, improvements in battery technology have made it easier to store energy for use during periods of low production. Despite its potential benefits, there are still obstacles preventing renewable energy from becoming more widespread. Many existing energy infrastructures were built around fossil fuels, making it difficult to transition to renewable energy sources. Additionally, there are political and economic barriers that need to be addressed in order to fully embrace renewable energy. Overall, the impact of renewable energy on energy prices is a complex issue, but one that is worth exploring in depth. By understanding the potential benefits and challenges associated with renewable energy, we can make more informed decisions about our energy future. Renewable energy has been making waves in the energy industry in recent years, and with good reason. Its impact on energy prices has been significant, and statistics show that the trend is only going to continue. In 2019, renewable energy accounted for 72% of new power generation capacity additions worldwide, according to the International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA. This surge in renewable energy adoption has had a notable effect on energy prices. In fact, a study by the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory found that as the penetration of renewable energy in the electricity grid increases, wholesale energy prices decrease. This can be attributed to the fact that renewable energy sources, such as wind and solar, have no fuel costs and therefore can produce electricity at a lower cost than traditional fossil fuels. The impact of renewable energy on energy prices can also be seen on a regional level. For example, in Germany, a country known for its strong commitment to renewable energy prices actually decreased by 12% between 2011 and 2018, according to data from Eurostat. This is in stark contrast to the average EU-wide increase of 11.9% over the same period. Additionally, the cost of renewable energy technologies has been steadily decreasing, making them increasingly more cost competitive with traditional sources of energy. In fact, the levelized cost of electricity, LCOE, for onshore wind and utility-scale solar has decreased by 49% and 84%, respectively, since 2010, according to IRENA. There are many factors contributing to the efficacy of renewable energy in lowering energy prices. For example, renewable energy can help reduce the reliance on fossil fuels, which are more vulnerable to price volatility given their dependence on supply and demand. Additionally, renewable energy can help reduce transmission costs since it can be produced closer to where it is needed, reducing the need for long-distance transmission lines. In conclusion, renewable energy is having a significant impact on energy prices worldwide. Its increasing adoption has led to lower wholesale energy prices and has made renewable energy increasingly cost competitive with traditional sources of energy. As the cost of renewable energy technologies continues to decrease and their efficacy continues to improve, it is likely that renewable energy will have an even greater impact on energy prices in the years to come. In conclusion, the widespread adoption of renewable energy sources has undoubtedly contributed to a significant shift in the global energy landscape. While initial investments in renewable infrastructure may have been costly, the long-term benefits of reduced carbon emissions and the stabilization of energy prices have proven to be invaluable. Today, the cost of renewables has reached parity with traditional energy sources such as coal and gas, and in some cases, even surpasses them. This presents a tremendous opportunity for developing countries to leapfrog past the fossil fuel phase and transition directly to clean energy sources. Furthermore, as countries continue to invest in renewable energy, it is likely that prices will continue to fall and the adoption of clean energy will only accelerate. While there is still much to be done to fully transition to a sustainable energy future, it is clear that renewable energy has a vital role to play in achieving this goal. By shifting
As the world shifts towards a more sustainable future, we are faced with the challenge of integrating renewable energy infrastructure into our daily lives. While the benefits of renewable energy sources are clear, Many still view the associated infrastructure as an eyesore. However, in recent years, designers and architects have begun to explore the aesthetics of renewable energy infrastructure. The Aesthetics of Renewable Energy Infrastructure is a groundbreaking video that explores the intersection of renewable energy and design. Through interviews with leading experts in the fields of architecture and design, this video provides an in-depth look at how renewable energy infrastructure can be beautiful, functional, and in harmony with its surroundings. From solar panels to wind turbines and everything in between, we examine how innovative design can not only integrate renewable energy into our daily lives, but also create striking works of art. The aesthetics of renewable energy infrastructure challenges our preconceived notions about what renewable energy infrastructure should look like, in order to inspire a new generation of designers and engineers to push the boundaries of what is possible. Whether you are a designer, an engineer, or simply someone interested in the intersection of sustainability and aesthetics, this video is a must-watch. Join us on a journey of discovery as we explore the exciting possibilities of renewable energy infrastructure. Renewable energy infrastructure is often hailed for its practical benefits, reducing carbon emissions and securing a more sustainable future. But it's not just functional, it can also be beautiful. In fact, according to a recent study, solar panels and wind turbines are some of the most aesthetically pleasing forms of infrastructure. And as more and more renewable energy projects are implemented across the globe, architects and designers are finding new ways to integrate them into our urban landscapes. In the United States alone, solar installations have increased by 10,000 since 2008, and wind power installations have grown by 250 in the past decade. This growth is not only good news for the environment but also for the visual appeal of our cities and towns. From sleek solar farms to elegant wind turbines, renewable energy infrastructure is transforming our built environment and proving that it's possible to combine sustainability and style. In conclusion, the aesthetics of renewable energy infrastructure plays a crucial role in ensuring the success of the transition to clean energy sources. By incorporating the values of sustainability, functionality, and visual appeal, renewable energy projects can not only generate clean energy but also enhance the natural beauty of their surroundings and promote well-being for all. Moreover, the growing awareness of the importance of aesthetics within the renewable energy industry has spurred innovations that push the boundaries of design, technology, and architecture. One of the most exciting developments in recent years has been the emergence of artful renewable energy structures that combine form and function in ingenious ways. These structures not only produce clean energy but also serve as iconic landmarks that inspire and engage people. As the world continues to grapple with climate change and the need for a sustainable future, it is essential to recognize the aesthetic dimension of renewable energy infrastructure and to harness its potential for creating a visually appealing world.
The world is changing rapidly and so is our energy landscape. With climate change looming over us, we must find ways to reduce our carbon footprint and foster sustainability. Rooftop solar is one such solution that has emerged as a game changer in the urban energy landscape. It is generating clean energy while saving money and creating jobs for communities. Rooftop solar is becoming a mainstream choice for commercial and residential properties, which was once considered an alternative source of energy. In this video, we will explore how rooftop solar is transforming urban energy landscapes by making cities self-reliant and sustainable while supporting local economies. We will introduce you to the pioneers who brought this solar revolution to cities and the impact they have made. From big building projects to individual households, we will show you how rooftop solar has helped them cut down on their energy bills, improved their bottom line, and enhance their brand value. Join us on a journey that depicts how rooftop solar is more than just a source of energy but a force for a better future for all. Rooftop solar has revolutionized the way we generate energy in urban areas. In fact, statistics show that rooftop solar installations in cities have increased by a staggering 50 in the past year alone. This is not surprising, as rooftop solar has proven to be an efficient and cost-effective way to generate electricity while reducing carbon emissions. Plus, It allows buildings to become self-sufficient in terms of their energy needs, reducing their dependence on the grid. But rooftop solar isn't just transforming the way we generate energy. It's also changing the physical landscape of our cities. With solar panels perched atop buildings of all shapes and sizes, the urban skyline is starting to look a little different. And it's not just aesthetics that are improving, the air we breathe is also cleaner, thanks to reduced emissions from traditional power sources. The adoption of rooftop solar is particularly crucial in densely populated urban areas, where space is at a premium and there is limited access to traditional energy sources. Here, statistics show that rooftop solar can play a significant role in reducing energy poverty, a situation where people cannot afford to heat their homes or pay for electricity. By generating their electricity, buildings with rooftop solar can offset the cost of electricity bills, providing a buffer against the financial burden of energy costs. Finally, rooftop solar has a crucial role to play in the fight against climate change. With cities contributing to over 70% of global greenhouse gas emissions, the adoption of clean energy sources such as rooftop solar is essential if we are to meet our climate targets. In fact, statistics show that every hour, the sun provides enough energy to meet our global needs for an entire year. Rooftop solar installations allow us to tap into this free and renewable source of energy, reducing our dependence on fossil fuels and mitigating the impacts of climate change. In conclusion, rooftop solar is revolutionizing the way we generate energy, transforming the physical landscape of our cities, reducing energy poverty, and helping us fight climate change. The statistics speak for themselves, and as more and more cities embrace this technology, we can look forward to a brighter and more sustainable future. In conclusion, rooftop solar has emerged as a viable solution to urban energy landscapes. The advantages of producing renewable energy on rooftops are manifold. They include reducing carbon footprints, improving energy security and resilience, and saving money and resources in the long run. Rooftop solar installations are already making waves in megacities worldwide, powering homes, businesses, and public buildings alike. As governments, organizations, and individuals become more aware of the potential of this technology, we can expect further expansion and adoption of rooftop solar in the years to come. Rooftop solar is transforming the urban energy landscape, and it is exciting to be a part of this growing movement towards a more sustainable future.
The global transition towards renewable energy has been both rapid and exciting in recent years, as countries around the world come together to combat climate change and invest in cleaner, more sustainable energy sources. This shift has not only brought about unprecedented growth in the renewable energy industry but has also given rise to a burgeoning renewable energy trade. In this video, we explore global trends and implications of renewable energy trade and provide key insights into what makes this sector so promising. From solar panels and wind turbines to biofuels and hydropower, renewable energy technologies are becoming increasingly accessible and economical, thanks in large part to global collaboration and government support. As a result, more and more countries are investing in renewable energy, not just for environmental reasons, but also as a means of generating economic growth and job creation. What's more, the rise of renewable energy trade has also opened up new avenues for international cooperation and partnerships. While there are still challenges to be overcome, such as regulatory barriers and political instability, the potential benefits of renewable energy trade are vast. From reducing greenhouse gas emissions and improving global energy security to supporting economic growth and social development, this is a sector with immense potential to transform our world for the better. So join us as we explore the trends and implications of renewable energy trade on a global scale and discover the exciting possibilities for a more sustainable future. Renewable energy continues to gain momentum globally, with a significant shift towards cleaner, greener sources of power outright. Experts suggest that the renewable energy trade global trend has seen a significant boost in demand as compared to traditional energy sources, and market projections reveal that this surge is bound to hold steady in the future. In the last year alone, Numerous milestones have been recorded for renewable energy, with the pace of installation and deployment of systems and infrastructure outstripping conventional sources. A report by the International Renewable Energy Agency, IREA, indicates that renewable energy had grown to over 2,800 gigawatts by the end of 2020, with an anticipated additional capacity of 270 gigawatts in 2021. Needless to say, there's a shift in the global energy markets with China, the United States, Europe, and India taking the lead. China is leading the pack with 901 gigawatts installed capacity, followed closely by the United States with 287 gigawatts. In Europe, Germany has the highest installed capacity of renewable energy with 136 gigawatts, and India coming in fourth with 93 gigawatts. Despite these advancements, there's much more to be done to meet the globally agreed-upon United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and the Paris Agreement of 2015. With the demand for renewable energy on the rise, the implications of this changing trade trend are both positive and negative. The shift to cleaner energy sources is expected to decrease greenhouse gas emissions, curb pollution, and improve energy security, among other benefits. Renewable energy self-reliance for low-income countries presents resource development opportunities and makes energy more accessible for marginalized populations. On the flip side, the pursuit of renewable energy often comes at a cost, as the increased demand for resources such as rare earth metals translates to environmental degradation and cost implications. The shift to renewable energy sources should be aligned with a circular economy to reduce wasted resources, and there needs to be a balance between renewable energy demand and environmental impacts. In conclusion, the popularity and awareness of renewable energy continue growing, as do its implications. Renewable energy trade trends will continue to shift the global energy market towards cleaner and more sustainable energy sources. However, policymakers and market players would need to work together to ensure a sustainable transition is established that balances the opportunities it presents and its environmental impacts. With a clear focus on investment, consistent policy development, and cooperation, renewable energy presents a unique opportunity to drive sustainable development in today's world. In conclusion, the global renewable energy trade market is set for substantial growth in the coming years due to various factors like increased demand for renewable energy, government policies, and technological advancements. The trade market for renewable energy is likely to evolve and diversify as more countries and industries become involved in the trade. As this market expands, it will bring about many economic advantages and benefits for both developed and developing countries. However, there are some challenges that may arise, such as influx of cheaper products and trade tariffs, which will have an impact on the trade. Countries need to come together and formulate policies that promote trade, but with a shared goal of supporting the transition to clean energy sources. Additionally, there is a belief that the renewable energy market should be open and transparent to mitigate any challenges, which makes it possible for all countries to participate in the trade. As we move into the future, it's important for governments, industries,
Renewable energy is a topic that affects every person on the planet. However, the approach towards renewable energy differs greatly among various cultures across the world. Our video script on cultural perspectives on renewable energy aims to showcase the diversity of opinions and experiences around this topic. We will explore the different viewpoints on energy consumption and sustainability from the perspectives of an American farmer, a Chinese factory owner, a Kenyan social entrepreneur, and a Dutch government official. Each of these individuals comes from a specific culture and has unique experiences that shape their approach to renewable energy. Through interviews and on-site visits, our video will highlight how cultural practices and values influence attitudes towards renewable energy. We will also delve into the challenges each person faces when implementing renewable energy solutions in their respective communities. Our video will aim to create awareness and perspective on the importance of understanding cultural diversity in the development and implementation of renewable energy solutions. It will highlight the solutions that are possible when cultures work together towards a common goal of sustainability. Join us on this journey of cultural exploration and discover the power of diversity in renewable energy. Renewable energy sources are increasingly becoming popular in different parts of the world, driven by a range of cultural perspectives. From developed to developing countries, people are embracing a more sustainable future with renewable energy sources. Statistics reveal that the global renewable energy market is projected to double by 2025, reaching a value of $2.2 trillion. In Europe, renewable energy has become the dominant source of power for the first time, contributing 38% to the region's energy mix. In the US, renewable energy accounted for 11% of total electricity generation in 2020, with solar and wind energy making significant strides in large-scale projects. The relevance of renewable energy in the cultural context is becoming more apparent, with countries like Costa Rica and Iceland harnessing the power of hydropower and geothermal sources in their national identity. In many cultures, the emphasis on harmony with nature, respect for traditional knowledge, and a focus on community ownership has driven the adoption of renewable energy sources. In Africa, rural communities are increasingly using small-scale solar and wind technologies to unlock new opportunities in education, healthcare, and entrepreneurship. However, cultural perspectives on renewable energy can vary widely depending on history, geography, and socio-economic factors. For instance, opinions on the visual impact of wind turbines, the need to protect traditional lands, or concerns over the stability of energy supply can influence local attitudes towards renewable energy. Ultimately, understanding and respecting cultural perspectives on renewable energy can help to foster a more inclusive and sustainable transition to a clean energy future. In conclusion, the success of renewable energy projects and innovations depends heavily on cultural perspectives and acceptance. The shift towards renewable energy is not just a technological challenge, but also a cultural one. Renewable energy needs to be seen as a way of life, rather than just a mere technology. Understanding cultural differences and beliefs, and working towards a common objective, is key to successful implementation of renewable energy projects.
Renewable energy technologies have been touted as the solution to our planet's energy and sustainability problems. However, as we implement these technologies on a larger scale, ethical and social considerations must be taken into account. In our upcoming video, we will explore the various ethical and social implications that renewable energy brings to the forefront. One of the most pressing ethical considerations is the distribution of renewable energy resources. How will the benefits of these technologies be distributed amongst populations? Will everyone have access to clean and affordable energy, or will only the privileged few be able to afford it? Additionally, the implementation of renewable energy technologies will bring about significant changes to the job market. As traditional fossil fuel industries decline, new renewable energy job opportunities will arise. However, what will happen to the jobs that are lost in the transition? We will explore the potential social implications of this shift in employment. At its core, renewable energy is a solution for the future. However, as we make this shift, we must also be mindful of the ethics and social considerations that may arise. Join us as we delve into this important topic and explore its impact on our world. Renewable energy has become an increasingly popular topic in recent years, as we strive towards a more sustainable future. However, ethical and social considerations must also be taken into account when implementing these technologies. According to statistics, many renewable energy sources, such as solar and wind power, rely heavily on rare earth metals that are often mined in developing countries. This can lead to poor working conditions, child labor, and environmental degradation. Additionally, the construction of large-scale renewable energy projects can often lead to the displacement of indigenous communities and their livelihoods. This raises questions about who benefits from these developments and who is left behind. The ethical issues surrounding renewable energy must also consider the impact on wildlife and ecosystems. While renewable energy sources have lower carbon emissions, they can still have negative effects on local environments, such as the impact on migrating birds and bats. Overall, The move towards renewable energy must also address these ethical and social considerations if we are to create a truly sustainable and just world. In conclusion, the ethical and social considerations related to renewable energy cannot be overstated. The growing demand for clean energy sources must be met through sustainable practices that respect the environment and the communities where energy production occurs. It is essential to ensure that renewable energy projects are developed with full participation from the affected communities, taking into account their concerns and interests. Additionally, it is crucial to support research and innovation to improve the efficiency and reliability of renewable energy systems.
As the world population continues to grow, so does the demand for energy. However, renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal power are increasingly being recognized as viable alternatives to traditional, fossil fuel-based energy sources. In off-grid areas, the potential for renewable energy is immense, and it can help to provide access to electricity to millions of people who currently lack it. Renewable energy technologies are particularly appealing in these areas, where the cost of extending the grid can be prohibitively high, and the lack of access to reliable electricity limits economic development and hampers access to healthcare and education. With advances in solar panel production and battery storage technologies, renewable energy is becoming increasingly affordable and efficient, making it a practical solution for off-grid areas. Governments, NGOs, and private sector entities are all beginning to invest in renewable energy projects in these areas, as recognition grows of the enormous potential of renewable energy to produce reliable, clean and affordable energy for communities, to create jobs, and to reduce carbon emissions and dependence on fossil fuels. By investing in renewable energy in off-grid areas, we can help to create a more sustainable and equitable future for all. Renewable energy has been gaining significant traction in off-grid areas in recent years. According to the International Energy Agency, about 940 million people worldwide still lack access to electricity, with most of them residing in rural areas. However, the advancements in renewable energy technologies have made it more feasible to provide electricity in these remote locations. Solar power is one of the most popular sources of renewable energy, with off-grid solar systems providing electricity to over 420 million people globally, as stated by the International Renewable Energy Agency. Moreover, the cost of renewable energy has declined considerably over the years, making it more accessible to individuals in off-grid areas. As per the World Energy Outlook 2020 report, the cost of electricity from solar photovoltaic (PV) systems has reduced by more than 80 since 2010, while the cost of wind power has gone down by 50. This has made renewable energy more competitive with traditional fossil fuels, making it a viable option for off-grid electrification. In addition, renewable energy systems can be installed and maintained locally, providing an avenue for job creation in rural areas. According to a report by the International Labour Organization, the renewable energy sector has the potential to generate over 24 million jobs worldwide by 2030. Moreover, renewable energy systems require minimal maintenance and have a longer lifespan, making them a cost-effective and sustainable solution for off-grid electrification. However, there are still challenges that hinder the adoption of renewable energy in off-grid areas. Access to finance remains a major challenge, with most people in these areas lacking the necessary funds to purchase and install renewable energy systems. Additionally, the lack of policy incentives and support can discourage investors from investing in renewable energy projects in off-grid areas. In conclusion, the prospects of renewable energy in off-grid areas are promising, with advancements in technology and declining costs making it more feasible for individuals in rural areas to access electricity. With the potential to create jobs and provide sustainable solutions, there is a need for more policies that encourage and support investment in renewable energy in off-grid areas. In conclusion, the prospects for renewable energy in off-grid areas are bright and promising. With the decreasing costs of renewable energy systems and the increasing demand for clean energy, more and more communities in remote locations can switch to renewable energy options for their daily livelihoods. Renewable energy provides a reliable and sustainable source of electricity, which is essential to the social and economic development of remote regions. The use of renewable energy also helps to enhance the quality of life of individuals in these areas, improving access to education, healthcare, and employment opportunities. Furthermore, renewable energy systems reduce dependency on finite fossil fuels, which contribute to climate change and environmental degradation. Therefore, the adoption of renewable energy systems in off-grid areas is essential for achieving sustainable development goals and mitigating the impacts of climate change. Government policies, public-private partnerships, research, and development can further catalyze the growth of renewable energy in off-grid areas. In conclusion, renewable energy will play The world is facing an energy crisis, with a significant portion of the global population living without access to electricity. Energy poverty is a severe problem that often leaves people living in darkness, depriving them of basic amenities and opportunities. The situation is further complicated by the reliance on fossil fuels, which not only harms the environment but also raises issues of social justice. Renewable energy has emerged as a viable solution to this problem, offering a promising alternative to traditional forms of energy. Renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydro offer tremendous potential for reducing energy poverty while simultaneously mitigating climate change. These clean technologies are scalable, cost-effective, and can be deployed on a local scale. By shifting towards renewable energy, we can provide access to affordable and sustainable electricity to communities living in off-grid areas. Renewable energy can also help reduce disparities in energy access and ensure social equity by creating job opportunities and promoting local entrepreneurship. However, the transition to renewable energy is not without its challenges. Moving away from traditional energy sources requires policy support, a significant amount of investment, and technical expertise. In addition, renewable energy systems require consistent maintenance and support, which could be improved through skill building and capacity building programs. In this video, we will explore the critical role of renewable energy in reducing energy poverty. We will examine the challenges that come with this transition and how communities are working to overcome them. Through our investigation, we will demonstrate the transformative power of clean energy and its potential to unlock a brighter future for millions living in energy poverty. Energy poverty is a rampant issue that affects millions of people worldwide. According to the International Energy Agency, approximately 840 million people across the globe are deprived of access to electricity. Similarly, the report by the United Nations Development Programme states that 42% of the population in sub-Saharan Africa live without reliable access to electricity. The problem is not limited to developing countries alone. In the United States, almost 17 million households struggle to pay their energy bills, which is almost 14% of the total population. These alarming figures reveal the severity of the problem and the urgency to find effective solutions. One possible solution to reduce energy poverty is through the use of renewable energy sources. Renewable energy sources, such as solar power, wind power, and geothermal energy, offer a sustainable alternative to traditional fossil fuel-based energy production. They are abundant, inexhaustible, and environmentally friendly. The deployment of renewable energy technologies can provide access to electricity to off-grid communities and households. Additionally, it offers an opportunity for developing nations to leapfrog traditional fossil fuel energy infrastructure in favor of sustainable and cost-effective renewable energy sources. The role of renewable energy in reducing energy poverty cannot be overstated. Renewables are proven to reduce energy costs and provide energy independence. For instance, a project in Bangladesh provided solar home systems to over 2.7 million households, enabling them to access electricity without relying on the grid. In Mexico, a project aimed to supply electricity to off-grid households through solar home systems, which resulted in a 50% reduction in energy costs. Similarly, in India, solar mini-grids have been deployed to connect remote communities to electricity, providing economic opportunities, and improving livelihoods. Moreover, The deployment of renewable energy sources can also bring environmental benefits. The use of renewables significantly reduces greenhouse gas emissions, which contributes to mitigating climate change. Fossil fuel-based energy production is responsible for almost 60% of global carbon emissions, which are the primary cause of climate change. By replacing traditional energy sources with renewables, we can significantly reduce our carbon footprint and make our world a more sustainable place to live for future generations. In conclusion, the role of renewable energy in reducing energy poverty is immense. Access to clean and sustainable energy is a fundamental human right that can provide countless benefits, from economic opportunities to social and environmental benefits. Governments, businesses, and individuals should work collectively to invest in renewable energy infrastructure to make energy access more equitable and sustainable. By doing so, we can pave the way for a brighter, cleaner, and more prosperous future for all. In conclusion, it is evident that renewable energy can play a significant role in reducing energy poverty. From providing clean, affordable, and reliable energy to communities in remote areas, to creating opportunities for economic growth and development, renewable energy has the potential to transform the lives of millions of people around the world. However, to realize this potential, there are several challenges that must be addressed. These include the lack of adequate financing, inadequate policy frameworks, and the need for technology innovation. Governments, private sector actors, and international organizations must work together to address these challenges and create an enabling environment for renewable energy to thrive. By taking bold and ambitious actions, we can ensure that everyone has access to clean and affordable energy, regardless of where they live. The benefits of achieving universal energy access.
In this groundbreaking video, we take you on an investigative journey into the life cycle of renewable energy systems. We explore how solar panels, wind turbines, and other forms of alternative energy are created, installed, maintained, and eventually decommissioned. Through interviews with industry experts and on-site visits to renewable energy facilities, we gain a comprehensive understanding of these innovative technologies. Our investigation begins with a look at how renewable energy systems are manufactured. We delve into the materials used in the processes involved in creating solar panels and wind turbines. We also explore the environmental impact of the production process and how manufacturers are working to reduce their carbon footprint. Next, we examine the installation and maintenance of renewable energy systems. We learn about the impact these systems have on the environment and how they are integrated into the grid. We also delve into the challenges of maintaining renewable energy systems and how advancements in technology are making maintenance easier and more efficient. Finally, we investigate the end-of-life processes for renewable energy systems. We explore how decommissioning is carried out and the impact it has on the environment. We also investigate how manufacturers are working to create systems that can be more easily recycled and repurposed. Overall, our video offers an in-depth, balanced, and thorough investigation into the life cycle of renewable energy systems. Renewable energy systems are becoming increasingly popular in today's world, with more and more people looking to reduce their carbon footprint. However, there is often confusion surrounding the life cycle of these systems. That's why we're investigating the life cycle of renewable energy systems in this video. Firstly, it's important to note that renewable energy systems have a significantly lower carbon footprint than their fossil fuel counterparts. In fact, the production and use of renewable energy systems produces up to 98% less CO2 emissions. Statistic, however, the production of renewable energy systems does come with its own environmental impact. For example, the production of solar panels requires the use of toxic chemicals and can contribute to the depletion of natural resources. Statistic, once these systems are installed and in use, they have an impressive life cycle. Solar panels, for example, can last up to 25 years, meaning that the energy they produce over their lifetime far outweighs their initial environmental impact. Statistic, but what happens to renewable energy systems at the end of their life cycle? It's important to note that many components of renewable energy systems can actually be recycled. In fact, up to 90% of solar panels can be recycled at the end of their life. Statistic, overall, Investigating the life cycle of renewable energy systems highlights the importance of not only producing clean energy but producing it in a sustainable manner. With the right disposal methods and recycling processes, renewable energy systems can contribute to a sustainable future. Conclusion. In conclusion, as we have seen in our investigation of the life cycle of renewable energy systems, these technologies offer promising solutions for the world's energy needs. However, it is important to consider the entire life cycle of these systems from sourcing materials to end-of-life disposal. We must strive to minimize the negative impacts associated with their construction and maintenance while maximizing their long-term benefits. It is also crucial to ensure that communities and individuals who are directly affected by the installation and operation of renewable energy systems are included in the decision-making process. Transparency and open communication can help to address concerns and foster collaboration between stakeholders. As renewable energy systems become more widespread and accessible, it is our hope that they will serve as a catalyst for positive change in the energy sector and beyond. By continuing to investigate and innovate, in a world that is becoming increasingly dependent on energy, it has become essential to regulate and shape the way we produce and consume it. With this in mind, renewable energy regulatory frameworks and policies have become critical in keeping the planet safe and sustainable. These regulations have the power to shape the future of the world by dictating how industries utilize natural resources without putting the ecosystems at risk. The trailer for our video script on renewable energy regulatory frameworks and policies delves deep into the various challenges and solutions the industry faces. From challenges in the form of red tape and bureaucracy to new technologies and innovations that stand ready to revolutionize the field, the trailer provides a sneak peek of what the full script will cover. Viewers will learn about the importance of striking a balance between economic growth and environmental preservation, particularly in the current climate where the world is facing increased pressure to tackle the climate change crisis. Additionally, the script highlights the significance of stakeholders' participation in the policy-making process, as well as understanding the impact of policies on society and the planet as a whole. Overall, the video script trailer ensures that viewers gain important and valuable insights and knowledge about renewable energy regulatory frameworks and policies, how they work, and how they are shaping the future of energy production and consumption. Renewable energy has made significant strides in recent years, with countries worldwide implementing regulatory frameworks and policies to promote sustainable energy production. According to the International Energy Agency, IEA, renewable energy sources accounted for over 70% of global net electricity additions in 2019. In the European Union, renewable energy accounted for 34% of electricity generation in 2018, with the EU aiming to increase this to 50% by 2030. Similarly, China has become a leader in renewable energy, with investments exceeding $758 billion between 2010 and 2019. To support this growth, countries are implementing regulatory frameworks and policies to incentivize and regulate renewable energy production. Feed-in tariffs, which guarantee a fixed price for renewable energy producers, have been successful in driving investment in countries such as Germany. In the United States, states have implemented renewable portfolio standards, which require energy providers to source a certain percentage of their energy from renewable sources. Regulatory frameworks and policies are not only important for promoting renewable energy but also for ensuring its affordability for consumers. According to the IEA, subsidies for renewable energy totaled $162 billion in 2018, which is significantly less than the $548 billion in fossil fuel subsidies. Additionally, regulatory frameworks can promote the integration of renewable energy into energy markets and increase energy security. Overall, regulatory frameworks and policies have played a crucial role in driving the growth of renewable energy. The adoption and implementation of these policies will continue to be important in achieving a sustainable, low-carbon future. In conclusion, it is clear that the importance of renewable energy regulatory frameworks and policies cannot be overstated. As we continue to face global challenges such as climate change, the need for a transition to sustainable energy sources becomes increasingly pressing. Policymakers must take a proactive approach towards developing and implementing policies that encourage renewable energy development. This can come in the form of tax incentives, subsidies, feed-in tariffs, and other forms of government intervention that level the playing field between traditional fossil fuels and renewable energy sources. Additionally, regulatory frameworks should prioritize renewable energy in terms of grid access and interconnection, ensuring that clean energy projects have access to reliable connections to the grid. By establishing clear regulatory frameworks and policies that support renewable energy, we can create a sustainable future that benefits both our planet and economy. Climate action requires a collaborative effort from all stakeholders, from policymakers and businesses to individuals and communities. Let us work together towards a renewable energy transition.
As the world continues to grapple with climate change and energy generation, renewable energy is becoming increasingly popular as a cleaner, more sustainable alternative to traditional power sources. However, the impacts of this shift on public health are still not fully understood. This video delves into the connections between renewable energy and health, exploring both the positive and negative impacts. On one hand, renewable energy can lead to cleaner air and water, reducing the prevalence of respiratory issues and improving overall health. On the other hand, some renewable energy practices can have negative impacts on biodiversity and ecosystems, which could impact human health in a variety of ways. Additionally, renewable energy infrastructure can have negative impacts on local communities where it is installed, including noise pollution and disruptions to daily life. With interviews from experts in the field and personal stories from those impacted by renewable energy practices, this video aims to provide a comprehensive look at the complex relationship between renewable energy and public health. Renewable energy is growing at an unprecedented pace across the globe. In fact, the International Energy Agency, IEA, reported that renewable energy provided over 26% of global electricity in 2018. This shift towards clean energy is fantastic news for the environment and our planet, but it is also crucial for our health. The World Health Organization, WHO, estimates that air pollution causes 7 million deaths worldwide every year, and fossil fuel power plants are one of the primary sources of this pollution. Renewable energy helps to reduce air pollution levels and lowers the incidence of health problems such as respiratory issues, heart disease, and stroke. In the U.S. alone, it is estimated that the switch to clean energy could prevent over 100,000 premature deaths annually. Clean energy production also decreases the risk of accidents, such as oil spills and nuclear accidents, which can have severe and long-lasting health impacts. Moreover, renewable energy is a reliable source of electricity that does not emit harmful greenhouse gases which contribute to climate change. According to the U.S. National Climate Assessment, climate change is already having significant impacts on human health, including increasing air and water pollution, heat-related illnesses, and the spread of vector-borne diseases. As more and more countries invest in renewable energy, the benefits to our health will continue to grow. Renewables are becoming more affordable, and the market is becoming increasingly competitive, making clean energy an attractive and viable option for many countries and communities. The IEA reports that renewable energy capacity is set to expand by 50% over the next 5 years, which will provide even more opportunities to lower our carbon footprint and improve public health. In conclusion, renewable energy has vast positive impacts on human health, from reducing air pollution levels and improving respiratory health to decreasing the risk of accidents and lowering the incidence of climate change-related illnesses. The shift towards clean energy is essential for our planet and our well-being and is an investment in the future of our health. In conclusion, switching to renewable energy sources can have a significant positive impact on our health. The reduction of air pollution from fossil fuels can result in fewer respiratory and cardiovascular problems. Additionally, the use of renewable energy sources can decrease the number of accidents and deaths associated with oil spills and other environmental disasters. A transition towards renewable energy can also lead to a decrease in noise pollution, which can contribute to improved mental health and reduced stress levels. It is important to note that there may be some drawbacks to the implementation of renewable energy technologies, such as the potential for increased energy costs or job loss in the fossil fuel industry. However, the overall benefits to public health make it clear that transitioning to renewable energy sources should be a priority for society. Through continued advancements in technology and increased public education and awareness, we can work towards a future where clean,
The Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, are a set of 17 goals that have been established by the United Nations to create a better and more sustainable future for all. One of the key focuses of these goals is renewable energy, as it is vital in reducing our reliance on fossil fuels and decreasing our carbon footprint. Renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal power are all important tools we can use to meet the SDGs and improve our quality of life. In our upcoming video, we explore how renewable energy can play a critical role in achieving the SDGs. From providing clean and sustainable energy to powering homes and businesses, renewable energy is a critical piece of the puzzle when it comes to creating a more sustainable future. We will look at the benefits of renewable energy, including increased energy security and independence, reduced air pollution, and improved health outcomes. Despite the many advantages of renewable energy, there are still challenges to overcome, such as the high cost of infrastructure and the need for more widespread adoption. However, with continued investment and advocacy, renewable energy can help us achieve a cleaner, healthier, and more prosperous future in line with the SDGs. Join us as we explore this important topic and learn how renewable energy can help us build a more sustainable world. Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, and renewable energy are two interdependent pillars for achieving a sustainable future. The 17 SDGs, adopted by the United Nations in 2015, aim to eradicate poverty, protect the planet, and ensure prosperity for all. To achieve these ambitious goals, renewable energy plays a central role. According to the International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA, renewable energy has the potential to provide more than 3 times the world's total energy consumption by 2050. Moreover, renewable energy has significant benefits for both the environment and economy. It reduces harmful emissions that cause climate change and improves air quality. The transition to renewable energy can also create millions of job opportunities, especially in rural areas, where access to electricity is limited. According to the International Labour Organization, ILO, the renewable energy sector provides more than 11 million jobs globally. However, despite the rapid growth of renewable energy installations in the past years, progress towards the SDGs and renewable energy targets has been slow. According to the SDG 7 report, 789 million people still lack access to electricity, and the world is not on track to achieve universal electrification by 2030. Moreover, renewable energy's share in the global energy mix only increased from 15.2 in 2013 to 17.5 in 2018. Indicating the need for more significant efforts to accelerate the transition. However, there is hope. Many countries are starting to recognize the potential of renewable energy and its essential role in achieving the SDGs. The International Energy Agency, IEA, reported that renewable energy investment reached a record high of $313 billion in 2018. In addition, many cities and corporations have pledged to transition to 100% renewable energy, showing a promising future for renewable energy globally. In conclusion, Sustainable Development Goals and renewable energy are two essential factors in the shared goal to achieve a sustainable future. Renewable energy holds enormous potential to transform the energy sector and help achieve the SDGs. However, more significant efforts are needed from governments, businesses, and individuals to accelerate the transition towards clean energy and ensure a brighter future for our planet. In conclusion, Sustainable Development Goals and renewable energy are both essential components in ensuring the planet's well-being and long-term survival. The world has set ambitious targets to reduce carbon emissions, increase renewable energy production, and promote sustainable practices worldwide. Governments, businesses, and individuals alike must work towards achieving these targets to create a world that is livable, equitable, and stable for future generations. The use of renewable energy not only reduces greenhouse gas emissions, but it also presents opportunities to create green jobs, empower local communities, and boost economic prosperity. Governments have a significant role to play in creating a conducive policy environment and providing the necessary incentives to promote renewable energy. Nonetheless, individual actions are also critical in achieving these goals, such as adopting energy-efficient practices at home, recycling, and using public transportation. Making collective efforts towards sustainable development goals and switch The world is changing and we all need to adapt to keep up with the times. One change that we all need to embrace is the transition to carbon-neutral cities. As we continue to emit greenhouse gases, the world gets warmer and the climate changes. Carbon-neutral cities aim to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by using renewable energy sources to power their infrastructure and transportation systems. Renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, and hydropower, are crucial in the effort to become carbon neutral. They are highly efficient and sustainable, making them an essential part of the solution to climate change. By incorporating renewable energy into our infrastructure and transportation systems, we can reduce our dependency on fossil fuels and significantly lower our carbon footprint. But it's not just about energy. Carbon-neutral cities also encourage the use of sustainable building materials, the planting of trees and green spaces, and the development of public transportation systems that reduce the need for automobiles. Overall, it's a comprehensive effort to build a city that is in harmony with its environment. In this video, we will explore the many benefits of carbon-neutral cities powered by renewable energy. We will use real-life examples to showcase how cities around the world are transitioning to sustainable models of development. By watching this video, you will gain a better understanding of the role that renewable energy plays in creating a sustainable future for our planet. Carbon neutrality in cities is becoming increasingly important as our global population continues to grow, and the use of non-renewable energy sources rapidly depletes. According to a report by the International Energy Agency, cities currently account for 67% of global energy-related greenhouse gas emissions. Renewable energy is an essential tool in the fight against climate change, and the transition towards carbon neutrality in cities. One major example is the use of solar energy. Installed solar capacity is expected to increase by 606 gigawatts between 2021 to 2026 globally, which is more than the combined total installed capacity in the last decade. Other renewable sources also have a significant role to play. In China, wind energy has played a key part in their rapid transition towards net zero emissions, with installed capacity exceeding 282 gigawatts in 2020. The benefits of renewable energy go beyond carbon reduction and include creating jobs, improving air quality, and reducing dependence on fossil fuels. And as the cost of renewable energy decreases, it will become increasingly accessible to cities worldwide. But, cities need to do more to reach their carbon neutrality goals. This includes implementing green infrastructure, such as electric vehicle charging stations and bike lanes, and investing in energy efficiency measures in buildings. Building retrofits alone could result in emissions reductions of up to 10 GWP per year by 2050. In conclusion, renewable energy is a key player in the fight towards carbon neutrality in cities. As we move towards a more sustainable future, it is imperative that cities invest in renewable energy and green infrastructure to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. By working together, we can create a healthier and more sustainable future for generations to come. In conclusion, shifting to a renewable energy-powered city is crucial in tackling the climate crisis. And we have seen that cities worldwide are already making great strides towards becoming carbon neutral. The incorporation of renewable energy technologies, such as solar and wind power, has resulted in substantial reductions in greenhouse gas emissions. Additionally, policymakers, urban planners, and citizens must collaborate in creating policies and infrastructures that enable renewable energy uptake and widespread adoption.
The maritime industry has always relied on fossil fuels to power their ships, but times are changing and the demand for sustainable practices is growing. With the ever-increasing concerns around carbon emissions and climate change, the search for alternative energy sources has become more pressing than ever. Renewable energy offers the potential to significantly reduce carbon emissions within the maritime industry, while also improving overall sustainability and lowering costs. The possibilities are endless, from solar-powered vessels to wind turbines and wave energy converters. These innovations are paving the way for a cleaner and more efficient future of shipping, one that will benefit not only the environment, but also our economies and communities. The benefits of renewable energy in the maritime industry can be seen all around us. Increased operational efficiency, lower fuel consumption, and reduced emissions are just a few of the advantages that renewable energy can bring. Switching to renewable energy sources not only improves the industry's environmental footprint, but it can also help to reduce operating costs, enhance vessel performance, and improve safety. With the right investments in technology and innovation, we can create a future of shipping that is sustainable, safe, and economically prosperous. The time for renewable energy in maritime is now, and it is up to us to make it happen. The use of renewable energy in the maritime industry is increasing every year, and for good reason. According to a report by the International Renewable Energy Agency, the potential for renewable energy in the maritime sector could reduce carbon dioxide emissions by up to 75, representing a staggering 1.2 billion tons of CO2. In fact, the use of wind power alone has increased by 10 in the shipping industry, according to a study by the International Windship Association. This increase signals a shift towards more sustainable business practices in the maritime industry, reducing the carbon footprint of vessels at sea. Solar power is also being utilized more frequently, with several large-scale vessel projects incorporating solar panels on board to reduce dependency on fossil fuels. Even small-scale initiatives like installing solar panels on buoys and navigation lights enable ports and harbors to reduce their energy consumption. Hydrogen fuel cells are an emerging technology that are being tested for marine use and can provide an alternative to diesel engines. Norway's first hydrogen fuel cell ferry has already been put into operation and is expected to eliminate the use of nearly 400,000 liters of diesel annually. The shift to renewable energy within the maritime industry is not just about reducing carbon emissions, it also has economic benefits. A report by the International Transport Forum found that the cost of renewable energy technologies is decreasing, making them more competitive with traditional fossil fuels. Switching to renewable energy sources could help mitigate the risks of fluctuating oil prices and provide long-term cost savings for vessel owners. The maritime industry's commitment to renewable energy has been made visible by the launch of the Poseidon Principles, which outlines guidelines for financial institutions to assess and disclose the climate alignment of their ship finance portfolios. This initiative is driving a shift towards sustainable financing and will encourage the use of low-carbon and environmentally friendly vessels. The future of the maritime industry is without a doubt renewable energy. As the industry continues to evolve, the incorporation of innovative, sustainable technologies will become essential for success. Whether it be through wind, solar, hydrogen fuel cell, or other methods, the adoption of renewable energy sources within the maritime industry presents numerous opportunities for a more sustainable future. In conclusion, the shift towards renewable energy in the maritime industry is not only necessary to combat climate change, but it is also a smart business decision. By incorporating sustainable practices, companies in the industry can save money and improve their reputation with consumers who are increasingly demanding environmentally friendly options. Furthermore, the growth of renewable energy in the maritime sector presents an opportunity for innovation and job creation. As more companies invest in technologies such as wind and solar power, there will be a need for skilled workers to design, install, and maintain these systems. However, it is important to note that the transition to renewable energy will not happen overnight. It will require cooperation between companies, governments, and the general public to create policies and incentives. In a world that is increasingly looking for sustainable options for power generation, solar energy is rapidly gaining popularity. The role of solar energy in power generation has never been more important as it has the potential to transform the way we produce and use energy. Solar power is a renewable source of energy that is harnessed from the sun's rays using solar panels. These panels are made up of photovoltaic cells that absorb sunlight and convert it into electrical energy that can be used to power homes, businesses, and even entire cities. As the demand for power continues to grow, solar energy has emerged as a viable solution to meet this demand in an environmentally friendly way. Apart from being clean and renewable, solar energy is also affordable, making it a practical option for households and businesses alike. However, the adoption of solar energy faces several challenges, such as the high initial capital investment and limitations with storage capacity. Despite these challenges, the role of solar energy in power generation cannot be ignored as it continues to pave the way towards a cleaner and more sustainable future. The role of solar energy in power generation has been steadily increasing in recent years. According to the International Energy Agency, Solar energy has been the fastest growing source of renewable energy since 2010, with an average annual growth rate of 31. Global installed solar photovoltaic (PV) capacity has grown from 40 gigawatts (GW) in 2010 to over 580 gigawatts in 2019. As of 2020, solar PV systems are installed in over 100 countries and account for just over 3% of global electricity generation. Solar energy has several advantages as a power generation source. Firstly, it is completely renewable, meaning that as long as the sun shines, we will have access to endless solar energy. Secondly, it is a zero-emission source of energy, meaning it has no negative impact on the environment. Thirdly, solar panels are scalable. They can be installed on rooftops, in large solar farms, or even implemented in roadways. Furthermore, solar panels are low maintenance, have no moving parts, and can last for up to 30 years. There are two primary types of solar energy: photovoltaic and solar thermal. Photovoltaic, PV, systems convert sunlight directly into electricity using solar panels. Solar thermal systems, on the other hand, use the sun's energy to heat a fluid, which in turn generates steam, powering a generator to produce electricity. Solar thermal systems can also be used for water heating. One of the challenges with solar energy is its intermittency. Solar panels only produce energy during the day when the sun is shining, and their output can be affected by weather conditions and the angle of the sun. However, advances in battery storage technology are allowing solar energy to be stored during the day and used at night or during periods of high demand. This is a vital step towards making solar energy a more reliable and consistent source of power generation. Solar energy is particularly important in developing countries, where access to electricity is limited. The World Bank estimates that over 840 million people live without access to electricity, with the majority of these living in sub-Saharan Africa and developing Asia. Solar energy is an affordable and sustainable solution to providing electricity to these communities. In fact, between 2010 and 2018, the number of people globally without access to electricity fell from 1.2 billion to 840 million, with solar energy playing a significant role in this achievement. In addition to providing electricity to remote and developing areas, solar energy is also becoming an attractive investment opportunity for businesses and individuals. The cost of solar panels has decreased by 90% over the past decade, making solar energy more affordable than ever. In fact, according to the International Renewable Energy Agency, solar power is now the cheapest form of electricity in history in most parts of the world. In conclusion, solar energy has already made significant strides in power generation and is predicted to play an increasingly important role in the transition to a low-carbon, sustainable energy future. Its many advantages, including its renewable and zero-emission nature, scalability, and decreasing costs, make it an attractive option for both developed and developing countries. With continued investment in battery storage technology and further cost reductions, solar energy has the potential to become the primary source of electricity for the world. In conclusion, solar energy plays an increasingly vital role in the world's power generation. With the constantly rising demand for electricity, the availability of clean and renewable energy sources is vital. Solar power systems are not only eco-friendly but also cost-effective in the long term. Although there are some limitations like the fact that it only generates energy in daylight hours, investments in energy storage technologies have made it possible to overcome these limitations. Future advancements promise more efficient and more affordable solar panels. The ongoing research and development in this field further bolster the hope that solar energy will soon become the primary source of energy worldwide.